Hello everyone, my name is Siddharth Patil and today I am here to present my analysis and recommendations for Athletic Motors as they have planned to expand into the Indian EV market. I want to extend my gratitude to Codebasics and their team for providing such a wonderful challenge and the data set, as well as a platform to showcase our skills. Using data sourced from Vahan Seva, a government site of India, I have conducted a comprehensive study on the current trends, challenges, and opportunities within the electric vehicle sector. Let's dive into the insights and strategies that can help Atlic Motors succeed in this rapidly growing market. So now moving on to the table of contents. First one is the introduction. We'll have a introduction of the company. Then we will see what is the exact problem statement. We will have a dashboard preview. We will answer some of the primary research question and secondary research question. Then we will move on to the recommendations based on the data analysis and research that I have conducted. And finally to the conclusion. Let's begin with our presentation. Atlic Motors, Indian EV Hybrid Market Study Dashboard. Atlic Motors, pioneers in electric vehicle innovation. Let me introduce you to Atlic Motors, a leading automotive manufacturer based in the USA, known for its specialization in electric vehicles and hybrid technology. Atlic Motors has built its reputation on a strong foundation of sustainability and innovation, driving the future of transportation with cutting edge solutions. Over the past 5 years, Atlic Motors have achieved remarkable success in the North American market, capturing a 25% share in the electrical and hybrid vehicle segment. This achievement is a testament to our commitment to delivering superior performance, advanced technology, and eco-friendly vehicles that resonate with the growing base of environmentally conscious consumers. Building on this success, Atlic Motors is now focusing on expanding its global footprint by entering the Indian market, where the adoption of electric vehicles is steadily increasing. This presents a unique opportunity for us to bring our innovative solutions and sustainable approach to a new audience, contributing to the growth of the EV ecosystem in India. Expanding Atlic Motors into the Indian market. Atlic Motors is setting its sights on expanding into the Indian market with a clear purpose to launch our best selling electric and hybrid models and grow our presence in the emerging sector. Our goal is ambitious yet achievable to increase our market share from the current less 2% to a much more competitive position in the Indian automotive landscape. However, we face a significant challenge. Despite our success in North America, Atlic Motors currently has a minimal footprint in India. To navigate this market effectively, we need a deep understanding of the unique dynamics of the Indian EV and hybrid vehicle sector. These include identifying key opportunities for growth, recognizing potential threats, and developing strategies that cater specifically to Indian consumer needs and preferences. So now moving on to the dashboard preview. This is basically the maker's view of our dashboard, and this is the state view of our dashboard. You can view the live dashboards from the link provided below. Now let's get started with our preliminary research questions. So the first question is, list the top 3 and bottom 3 makers for the fiscal year 2023 and 2024 in the terms of number of two-wheelers sold. So as we can see, the top 3 makers are Ola Electric, TVS and Ather for FY 2023 and 2024. The bottom 3 makers for FY 2023 and 2024 are Kinetic Energy, Jitendra and Battery Electric. Now to the second question, that is, identify the top 5 states with the highest penetration rate in two-wheelers and four-wheelers EV sales in FY 2024. So in the two-wheeler category, Goa has the highest penetration rate, that is 17.99%, and in the four-wheeler category, Kerala has the highest penetration rate, that is 5.76%. Moving on to the third question, that is, list the states with negative penetration, that is decline in EV sales from 2022 to 2024. As we can see in the two-wheeler category, the state of Ladakh has a decline penetration rate, and in the four-wheeler category, Andaman and Nicobar Islands have declined penetration rates. We need to identify what is causing this declined penetration rate and try to provide a solution for that cause. By this way, Atlic Motors can have its firm grip in the markets of Ladakh and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Question number 4. What are the quarterly trends based on sales volume for the top 5 EV makers in the four-wheeler category from 2022 to 2024? From the data, we can see that each company has different trends. Tata Motors have the highest sales in the fourth quarter, whereas Mahindra and Mahindra has the highest sales in the first quarter. Now moving on to the next question. Question number 5. How do the EV sales and penetration rates in Delhi compare to Karnataka for 2024? We can see that Karnataka leads Delhi in both the EV sales and the penetration rate. Question number 6. List down the compound annual growth rate, that is CAGR, in four-wheeler units for the top 5 makers from 2022 to 2024. So looking at the table below, we can see that Tata Motors have a good EV sale and they are at the CAGR of 94.71%, and BYD India have a EV sale of 2000 but with a CAGR of 566.52%. Moving on to question number 7, list down the top 10 states that has the highest compounded annual growth rate from 2022 to 2024 in total vehicles sold. We can see from the table that Meghalaya has the highest CAGR and Haryana is with a CAGR of 17.68. Question number 8. What are the peak and low season months for EV sales based on the data from 2022 to 2024? Based on the graphs, we can say that the month of March has the peak sales for all the years 2022, 23 and 24. And then we see a gradual decline from March to June and a steady increase in the number of sales from July to December. But for the year 2024, it's a bit different. The peak month is March, but May is also the second highest peak month. We need to identify the reason for this, and the trend continues as it is, decline up to June and a gradual increase of sales from July. Moving on to question number 9. What is the projected number of EV sales, including two-wheelers and four-wheelers, for the top 10 states by penetration rate in 2030, based on the CAGR from previous years? So from the table, we can see that Maharashtra has the highest projected sales in 2030, that is 13.35 million, with a CAGR of 101.89%. Now moving on to the last question, that is question number 10. Estimate the revenue growth rate for four-wheelers and two-wheeler EVs in India for 2022 versus 24 and 23 versus 24, assuming an average unit price. The average unit price assumed for two-wheeler is 85,000 and for the four-wheeler is 15 lakh per unit. So you can see how high the numbers are for two-wheelers and four-wheelers. 269.28% revenue growth rate in the year of 2022 versus 2024, and for four-wheeler it is 367.79% in the year of 2022 versus 2024. And now here we are done with our primary research questions. Now let's get started with our secondary research questions. So the first question is, what are the primary reasons for customers choosing four-wheeler EVs in 2023 and 2024? The factors being cost saving, environmental concerns, and the government incentives. Firstly, cost saving. One of the main attractions of EVs is their superior fuel efficiency. EVs consume significantly less energy than traditional vehicles, which results in lower operating costs for owners. Additionally, due to their simpler mechanical components, EVs require less maintenance. This further reduces long-term expenses, making them an economically viable option for many consumers. Secondly, environmental concerns. EVs are also gaining popularity due to their environmental benefits. They produce zero tailpipe emissions, which help improve air quality and reduce pollution, a critical concern in many Indian cities. Moreover, EVs are viewed as a sustainable transportation solution, aligning well with the growing environmental consciousness among consumers who are increasingly aware of need to reduce the carbon footprint. Lastly, government incentives. The Indian government is actively promoting EV adoption through a range of incentives. This includes subsidies on purchase prices, reduced road taxes, and exemption from registration fees, making EV more affordable for a broader audience. Additionally, many cities offer fast registrations and permit processes for EV owners, further simplifying and accelerating the path to EV ownership. Together, these factors, cost saving, environmental benefits, and supportive government policies create a strong foundation for the growth of EV market in India, providing Atling Motors with the promising opportunities to expand its footprint in this dynamic market. Now moving on to our second question. Question number 2. How do government incentives and subsidies impact the adoption rate of two-wheelers and four-wheelers? And which state in India provides most subsidies? When examining the adoption rate of electric vehicles in India, it is essential to consider the impact of various government schemes and incentives tailored for both two-wheelers and four-wheelers. Two-wheelers. The central government has extended the Electric Mobility Promotion Scheme 2024 until September 30, 2024 with an increasing budget of 778 crores, initially set to run from April 1st to July 31st, 2024. These schemes provide subsidies of up to Rs 10,000 specifically for electric two-wheelers. Additionally, the FAME 2 scheme offers further incentives based on battery capacity. Buyers can receive a subsidy benefit of up to 15,000 per kilowatt hour of battery capacity, capped at 40% of the ex-showroom price. These measures significantly reduce the upfront cost of purchasing an electric two-wheeler, making them more accessible to a large segment of the population. And for four-wheelers, the FAME 2 scheme also includes provision for electric four-wheels. Although the primary focus remains on promoting two-wheelers and three-wheelers, the scheme encourages the adoption of advanced technologies, particularly in EVs equipped with advanced batteries. Furthermore, state-level subsidies vary widely across India. Some states such as Delhi, Maharashtra and Karnataka have been particularly proactive in supporting EV adoption. These states offer a range of incentives including waivers on registration fee, exemption from road taxes and different financial incentives to reduce the purchase of purchase price of EVs. Overall, the government initiatives are crucial in driving the growth of the electric vehicle market in India. They provide substantial financial support and incentives that lower the barriers to entry for consumers, making EV a more viable and attractive option. Question number 3. How does the availability of charging station infrastructure correlates with the EV sales and penetration rates in the top 5 states? Top 5 states in India with significant EV sales and charging infrastructures are Maharashtra, Delhi, Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Karnataka. Correlation between charging infrastructure and EV sales. The first point, range anxiety migration. The presence of robust charging network elevates range anxiety among potential EV buyers. Consumers are most likely to purchase EVs if they are confident in the availability of charging stations, which ensures convenience and reduce concerns about running out of charge during travel. Second, sales growth. States with well-developed charging infrastructures tend to experience higher EV sales. For example, states like Delhi, Maharashtra, and Tamil Nadu have seen significant increase in EV registrations, correlating with their investment in charging facilities. In these states, the number of charging stations have been expanding, which supports the growing demand for EVs. Third point, public and private investment. The establishment of charging stations often involve both government initiatives and private sector investment. For instance, the government's aims to set up numerous public charging stations, which have been pivotal in enhancing the infrastructure necessary for EV adoption. Fourth point, urban and rural dynamics. Urban areas typically have a denser network of charging stations compared to rural regions. This advantages allows for higher penetration rates of EVs in cities where charging is more accessible, while rural areas lack due to insignificant infrastructure. Moving on to the question number 4, that is who should be our brand ambassadors. So, in my opinion, MS Dhoni, Akshay Kumar, and Amir Khan should be the brand ambassadors for Atlic Motors. Why MS Dhoni? As one of India's most beloved cricketers, MS Dhoni's popularity transcends boundaries. His leadership, resilience, and down-to-earth persona resonate with millions. Impact: Dhoni's endorsement will amplify athletics research, especially among sport enthusiasts and young audience. Akshay Kumar. Why Akshay Kumar? Akshay Kumar is more than a Bollywood superstar. He is a symbol of positive and social responsibility. His commitment to fitness, patriotism, and philanthropy aligns perfectly with athletic ethos. Impact: Akshay's endorsement will reinforce athletes' commitment to excel and community welfare. Amir Khan. Why Amir Khan? Amir Khan, the perfectionist, is equally passionate about environmental sustainability. His work with the Pani Foundation showcases his dedication to water conservation and rural development. Impact: Amir Khan associates with positions Atlic as a responsible, eco-conscious brand appealing to conscious consumers. Moving on to our last question, that is question number 5. Which state of India is ideal to start the manufacturing unit based on subsidies provided, ease of doing business, stability in government? So I think Gujarat, based on my research, Gujarat is the best state. Reasons are as follows: subsidies and intensive incentives. Gujarat has become a hub for EV manufacturing, offering attractive subsidies and incentives under its EV policy. Ease of doing business. The state ranks high in the Ease of Doing Business Index with streamlined processes for setting up manufacturing units and obtaining necessary approvals. Infrastructure. Gujarat has a well-developed infrastructure for manufacturing and charging stations. And finally, stability in government. The state has a history of stable government, which makes it ideal to start the manufacturing unit. Moving on to the top 3 recommendations for Atlic Motors. Based on our research and analysis, here are 3 key strategic recommendations for Atlic Motors to successfully expand into the Indian EV market. First is focus on high penetration states. Our data shows that the certain states have high penetration rates for both two-wheelers and four-wheelers. These states demonstrate strong market acceptance and growth potential for EV. By prioritizing the launch of our EV models in these regions, Atlic Motors can capitalize on existing demands and achieve quicker market entry and higher success rates. Second, enhance charging infrastructure partnerships. There's a clear correlation between the availability of charging stations and the adoption rates of electric vehicles. To address this, Atlic Motors should partner with local government and private companies to expand charging infrastructure, particularly in states with high penetration rates. Expanding the charging network will not only enhance customer convenience but also reduce range anxiety, making EVs a more practical option and fostering greater adoption. Leverage government incentives and subsidies. Government incentives and subsidies plays a critical role in promoting EV adoption. Atlic Motors should strategically leverage these programs by focusing on states that offer robust subsidies and incentives for EVs. By doing so, our vehicles will be more competitively priced and attractive to customers. Moreover, aligning with government policies will allow Atlic Motors to benefit from reduced operational costs, and increased profitability. By implementing these recommendations, Atlic Motors can strengthen its position in the Indian market, driving growth and expanding its customer base in this emerging EV sector. In conclusion, Atlic Motors is well positioned to expand its presence in the Indian EV market by leveraging the insights from our comprehensive market analysis. The research has uncovered significant opportunities, particularly in the states with high EV penetration rates, and highlighted the strong correlation between the availability of charging infrastructure and EV adoption rates. To make the most of this finding, Atlic Motors should launch in strategically selected states, focus on states where there is already proven market demand for EVs to ensure a successful entry and rapid growth, expand partnership to enhance charging infrastructure by collaborating with local governments and private companies. Atlic Motors can help improve the charging network, reduce range anxiety, and increase customer convenience. Utilize government incentives, take full advantage of available government incentives and subsidies to make our EV offerings more competitive and appealing to the customer. By implementing this strategy, Atlic Motors can establish a strong foothold in the Indian market, align with evolving consumer trends, and achieve sustainable growth in this rapid emerging sector. This approach not only positions us for success in India but also reinforces our commitment to innovation and sustainability in the global automotive landscape. And with this, I conclude my presentation. Thank you. Thank you, Codebasic team, once again for providing